What's up, guys? It's Rob here, and today we need to talk about Camber Energy stock, ticker symbol CEI, because this stock had an insane day yesterday, and we actually need to kind of delve into that and look at what that could imply for today. So let's take a look at the chart, and you can see right here the past 2 days we have today and yesterday. And yesterday we actually took a pretty big dip before recovering during market close and after hours. Now, this obviously, scared off a lot of investors, but that wasn't even the low that we made yesterday. The low was actually made on this opening bar when we just got shot down to $1.36 before recovering above this $1.60 support level. Now, let me give you guys a little bit of a backstory on CEI, just in case you aren't familiar with it. You can see that just less than 30 days ago, we were down around 33 cents. And since then have hit highs of $1.87. And if you zoom out even more to the past year, you can see that this stock has gone absolutely insane. We were at 49 cents, we hit $3.10, and now we're all the way down to 33 before shooting back up to $1.60, which is where we're at right now. Now, over the past couple of days, we have formed a pretty solid support level at $1.60, and that's actually why we were able to recover yesterday after dropping down so low. You can see that $1.60 has acted not as just a support, but also as a resistance in the past. That's where we shot up and could not quite break $1.60 before we bounced down, trended down for a couple of days before eventually hitting it again and then breaking it later that day. Now, what ended up happening with $1.60 is we have continuously been bobbing below and then bobbing back up again. We see we break through $1.60 and bob back up again, and this has happened again and again. Here we've broken through and bobbed back up. Over here we've broken through, bobbed back up, broken through, bobbed back up until we ended up breaking down for quite a while. It was most of the day, really, that we were below $1.60 for. And eventually, we ended up getting back, climbing higher and higher, and $1.60 actually acted as a slight resistance level for us in early morning trading and pre-market trading just earlier today before we broke above it. And it looks like now we may be testing that $1.60 support level again. So this is a very important level for this stock. $1.60 is really going to, in my opinion, make or break the stock. If we break below $1.60 and end up holding down there, and not necessarily just for most of the day, but for multiple days, then in my opinion, CEI might be done, and this whole squeeze and pump situation might be over, and it might be time to consider exiting a position. Now, the reason I think that is because $1.60 has been a very important level for us in the past, and there have been instances where we have formed these kind of support and resistance levels. You can see over here at $1, we had a key resistance level, and that was kind of in combination with 90 cents. We were kind of, for a couple of days at least, trading in this 90 cent to $1 zone. And once we broke out of it, that actually led to more gains, right? We shot up above $1, closed the day at around $1.30, and ended up continuing that trend, moving up and up and up. Now we're at $1.60. Now, I do think that a similar thing could happen if we end up breaking down. Obviously, stocks don't just go up. You guys have obviously noticed that over the past, probably yesterday in the markets. The markets are mostly red. Now, with CEI, there are a couple of other things that we have to consider, right? First of all, short interest. Short interest has gone up since the last video that I've made. We're at 14.29%. Short interest as a percentage of the free float, so that's getting to be significant, right? Shorts have shorted 2.53% more just today alone, and you can actually see this yellow line right here is the short interest. So you see, as the price has been climbing, more and more shorts have been getting in. However, it is somewhat notable that we have already had a little bit of a short squeeze. You can see that short interest was getting rather high around when CEI was trading for around 40 cents. And then we ended up dropping off on short interest quite a bit, and that likely contributed to some of the pump that we started with, right? That may have been the spark that got CEI moving and is really maybe an initial catalyst for around here or here, where people started taking note of CEI and kind of turned it into more of a momentum play. Because right now, if you look at the short interest, 14.29%, while that is high, that's not as high as a lot of other stocks that we've seen, a lot of other stocks that we've looked at, and it might not be enough to justify this much action for moving from 33 cents to $1.60. That's about a 5x right there. So, it might not justify that alone. Now, you can actually look. I am going to take note of this. We are breaking through $1.60 right now. It's not guaranteed that we're going to stay below. Obviously, it has acted in the past as a very strong support level. I do think that we have the potential to bounce back above, but this will be a key level that you'll want to be keeping close eye on. For the rest of the day, especially. Now, I will note there are a couple of other things with CEI that I do like, actually. If you look at Google Trends, you can see that we have had, a relatively moderate interest in CEI pretty much every day, and that trend is not necessarily waning, right? We were a little bit lower yesterday, but that's to be expected. It was a Monday and the markets were down. People may not have been paying as much attention to this play. And we were obviously, if you look at the chart, we were breaking down yesterday. So maybe people were not taking as much interest or sharing the stock on social media as much, but we didn't have as much as many search results for CEI yesterday. However, that is changing today. You see we're shooting up. And obviously, this last little bar right here is based off of incomplete data. You can see values for this point have partial data available. So it's probably not going to end up on Google Trends exactly where it says it will. But Google typically has pretty good information and is pretty good at making these predictions. So I do expect that more people are actually searching for CEI, especially right now. And that could be serving to pump up the price. Obviously, you saw we got up to $1.70 earlier today. There's the potential that we could do that again, but we're really going to have to watch what happens with this $1.60 level. I think that if we can bounce off of it again, that could be a good catalyst to get us moving to new higher highs, right? Especially after we saw this massive dip yesterday. And if we can then recover off this $1.60 level again, I think that would put a lot of faith in a lot of investors' minds that this stock is not going to break down, at least not yet. And, that would obviously make people more inclined to buy the stock. If they don't think they have as much of a risk of losing money, they're going to be more willing to put more money into the stock if they think that there's a very strong support at $1.60. Now, I will note, we have in the last video looked at the options activity. There is no options activity for CEI. It's still too low of a market cap. If you look at Ortex, you can see the market cap for CEI is about $176 million. And that's just not quite high enough of a market cap to garner enough interest in the stock so that market makers feel it's worth it to provide options for the stock. So there are no options that we can trade. So there's no potential for any kind of gamma squeeze or options-related momentum on this stock. We'll really have to wait to see if this market cap can get a bit higher. Now, I do not know if that's going to be the case because we have already shot up quite a bit. Let's take a look at a better chart. We have already shot up quite a bit. We were down at 33 cents. And I believe that if this stock was going to get options activity, it could have gotten the options activity back when it was pumping up to $3 around here. If that was going to be the case, then it may have happened then. Obviously, it wasn't up there for the longest period of time. We've already kind of sat around for as many days almost as we were around $3. I mean, that was really only for a day. And other than that, we were just around, mostly the twos and like $1.70 to $2 is really where we were sitting for in a significant period of time. Now, I do think that CEI has the potential to pump, especially if we can get this thing listed on Reddit and Wall Street Bets. Like I said before in the other video, the market cap is still a little bit too low for Reddit and Wall Street Bets. So if you actually Control F and look for CEI, you see it doesn't show up anywhere now, at least not on the first page. And that is because market cap is too small. Reddit and Wall Street Bets do have a limit on the market cap to stop obvious pump and dumps. From just being posted to Reddit and Wall Street Bets and getting a bunch of people involved and pumping up a stock, and just to stop the obvious pump and dumps, right? When something is such a low market cap that anyone could manipulate it just by posting a little bit to Reddit. Now you can see we're actually bouncing off $1.60. That's very good. Obviously, this doesn't have to hold. We might play around at this level for a bit before going in one direction or the other, but I do think this is very bullish, the fact that we're bouncing off. Now, if I were going to take a trade on CEI, I would be looking to see if, first of all, right, if I had a position already, I would definitely be wanting to get out if we ended up making new lows based off of what we've seen yesterday. If we ended up breaking below the lows that we saw yesterday, that would just be too bearish in my opinion. I don't like making new lows 2 days in a row, especially when they're this dramatic. That would probably be a signal to me to get out. Obviously, this isn't financial advice. I'm not telling you guys when to get out of your positions. That would do it for me, though. Maybe we could rebound off $1.30 because that has acted as resistance and a support in the past, but I'm not sure. I would probably be looking to limit my losses, and if we ended up breaking below $1.36, that's when I would be looking to get out. Now, when I would be looking to get in would probably be if I saw by the end of the day and maybe even into the after hours enough resistance and support at $1.60. If we end up not breaking through, and every time we do dip below, we bounce back in a strong way like we just did, that would really indicate to me that there's a lot of support at $1.60 and that we have a real chance of coming back. Now, if we do end up sitting below $1.60 for a significant period of time, that would kind of make me worried, and I wouldn't be as inclined to take a trade on this stock. So that's just my opinion. That's what I think about CEI. And if you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and get a free stock on Webull in the description or pinned comment. So that's what you guys can do if you want free stocks. You just click the referral link in the description. It's a great way to support the channel and get free money for yourself. So that's all I've got for you guys. Other than that, have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.